to be happening. So the student protest, which also violence that was reported day before yesterday, we are now looking at over Jharkhand student leader Devendranath Mahto, who has been on a hunger strike and was shifted to a hospital. He is now written to the civil surgeon of Sadar Hospital, seeking permission to leave the hospital and visit the Satyagraha site, which is the Jaipal Singh Munda Stadium in Ranchi. Now, in his letter, Mahto says that he's receiving treatment in the hospital, but his soul and resolve remain at the protest site, where the young students have been continuing with their agitation. Now, this indefinite hunger strike has entered its 11th day. Meanwhile, it's been close to 3 weeks that we are now looking at of the agitation that has been taking place in Ranchi. Let's connect with Dev on this. So, Dev, what are we now looking at as far as the protest is concerned? Yes, there has been talks taking place with the government, Chief Minister also intervening, but Mahto says he wants to come back to the protest site.
Mahto says that basically he's feeling really bad that the students are out there in these rains, in this heat, while he is at the hospital. He's also written in the contents of the letter to the chief surgeon, stating that while physically he may be present at the hospital, but his soul remains there, and he must be allowed to go at all costs. Whatever medically has been instructed and advised to him, he's ready to follow all of that, which is why he's saying that for the sake of justice, he wants to be there and give his support to the students. Mentally, he says in the letter it's written that physically I'm here, but mentally and emotionally I'm with the students, and my heart and my brain remain at Jaipal Singh Munda Stadium ground, which is the designated original protest site, and that's where he and the other fasting students began from. In fact, not just Mahto, but the other two students also, Habiba and Rahul Kranti, they are also recovering. They were also on a fast unto death. In fact, there are two more students who are still there right now.
Yes, because their condition is said to be critical because deteriorating health condition, their blood sugar levels dropping, significant weight that has also been lost as far as Mahto is concerned, but he still continues to insist that he wants to go back to the protest site. But on part of the government, Dave, we have another breaking update coming in, which says that the Jharkhand Agriculture Minister also visited the Sadar Hospital to check on Mahto's health. And according to Mahto, the minister also discussed the issues raised by the students during the ongoing protest. So, I mean, Dave, this is something which we have been seeing consistently ever since Mahto was admitted to the hospital. There have been multiple ministers from the Hemant Soren government who have actually gone to the hospital to visit him. Dave? Dave, can you hear me? All right, so from the protest side, what we are now looking at, the protest that continues, ministers who continue to reach out to the agitators as well, but we are not looking at any solution till now as far as demands of the protesters are concerned. The students who have been under the sun, the rain, and of course, when it comes to police lathis who have been continuing with their protests, are now seeking answers from the government and also seeking, when it comes to the investigation, to be handed over to a central agency. Let's in the meantime also play out reactions that have been coming in. Of course, when we play out ground reports as well, what is the Jharkhand minister has now to say on the current circumstances?
See, BJP has been assigned a task to save the top person in their party and the Home Minister. You have seen the visuals of Jantar Mantar. They were trying to create a rucksack like that, or maybe even more, scene like Nepal, where Gen Z was in every minister's house or in the parliament they have. They wanted the same scene here so that they can counter-attack Congress and especially Rahul Gandhi ji. They have failed. Agency which is backed, I'm sure backed by one of the BJP, I'm sure they have the protection of BJP leaders, and that will come in investigation. The moment they realize that they will be exposed, now they are trying to put students in front and want a CBI inquiry.
Right, Dev, what is taking so long for the state government to hand over the investigation to the CBI? I mean, this has been one of the multiple demands that have been kept forth by the student agitators.
Well, yes, they're very desperately trying to break this deadlock. The students are trying hard. The ministers are trying hard. Yesterday, also, when I spoke to Shilpi Tirki, who is another minister in the state cabinet from the Congress, she said that there have been back-to-back talks, but those talks are failing mainly because of not being able to have CBI, something that the students are adamant about and are hell-bent on. But however, uh, there could also be a possibility that maybe some ministers are involved and the CBI investigation might reveal that. We don't know. That could be a possibility. So maybe they fear it. But however,
Yes.
in the next few days, we can expect some positive result out of it.
Well, we'll see
There have
exactly
been
if anything comes out of it as far as the acceptance of the demands by the state government is concerned, because the agitators have been saying that they will continue with their protests until all of their demands are met. But let's talk about Cockroach Janata Party here as well, because Abhijit Dipke has also hinted at a fresh phase of the party's protest campaign, announcing season 2 of Jantar Mantar movement that will soon begin. Now, Dipke has also alleged that the party's Delhi volunteers meeting faced pressure, claiming that the venue owners were threatened over hosting the event. And he's accused also the BJP of trying to intimidate the party, saying that the move will not deter the Cockroach Janata Party. Dev, are we looking at as far as the restart of the the protest, because this is something on the sidelines of what happened in Jantar Mantar. The student agitators were also wanting that if any representatives of the CJP would actually visit Ranchi to support their cause.
well, yes, absolutely. Which is why the students had been asking right from the start, saying that, even we should enjoy the kind of support. But however, that has not stopped them in any sense, whether big names have come at the protest or not. They have purely drawn inspiration from the CJP incident, where how the CJP guys nearly sat for 1.5 months on protest. And now with Abhijit Dipke's another video has emerged where he's saying that, Jantar Mantar 2.0 returns. And this comes mainly after they were denied a hall where they were supposed to hold a party strategy meeting.
Okay,
Firstly,
because they have been implying that there has been a lot of pressure that has been put on them. However, there is no subsequent clarification or explanation that is now coming from their side. But thank you very much, Dev, for joining us here on the broadcast. Let's in the meantime listen in to what Dipke has to say.
आज हम दिल्ली में हमारी वॉलंटियर्स मीट करने वाले थे, जिसके लिए हमें एक इंडोर मीटिंग करनी थी। इसके लिए हम हॉल चाहते थे। हम कई जगहों पर गए, किसी ने भी हमें हॉल नहीं दिया। सारे लोग कह रहे थे ऊपर से प्रेशर है, हम कॉकरोच जनता पार्टी वालों को हॉल नहीं दे सकते। ऐसे 10 जगहों पर हम गए, 10 जगह से हमें एक ही चीज़ बताई गई कि हम आपको हॉल नहीं दे सकते, क्योंकि कॉकरोच जनता पार्टी वालों को अगर हम हॉल दे देंगे तो हमारे लिए तकलीफ़ हो जाएगी। हमें धमकियां मिल रही है ऊपर से। बड़ी मुश्किल से हमें ये हॉल मिला था, जिसकी ये रिसीट है।